And a good morning to you all. We've had some storms currently going through the area, and if you have your apps on your phone there, you may have seen several warnings go across, mainly special marine warnings, and a new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for Chautauqua County. And tell you, where my reading glasses, I can't see. There we go. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Chautauqua County and parts of Cattaraugus and even parts of Erie County in New York. That is until 12:15. Now, these storms, excuse me, they appear to be mainly gully washers here. I'm not real bullish as far as severe threat for those of you in our Chautauqua County region here. And most of it appears to be with this cell right here, which is somewhere between Dunkirk and Portland, New York. Westfield is here. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, all right, I stand corrected here. So we do have now a severe thunderstorm warning that now has been issued for Erie County and Crawford County. That is until 11 o'clock. So excuse me for just a second as I get a crawl ready here. Okay, now, again, bear with me here. So I'm just making sure that the crawl is going on the screen, and it is, yes. Okay, so it's running on TV, and we're running here. So here we have, again, severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 11 o'clock, and that one is for Erie and Crawford County. And let me just read it here, because again, this just hold on. I'm just Tom Atkins just texted me, and I'm just letting him know. Sure, he can come in. Okay, so we do have, let's see, they are looking at wind gusts that could hit 60 miles an hour with some of these storms. These are due mainly to from downburst here. Let me put the Barron button on here. And, hail is not a big deal here. Usually when you see a lot of purple, we worry about hail. But I'm also not seeing a whole lot in the way of any serious downdrafts at this point. Looking at Buffalo's radar, same thing. Let me go to Pittsburgh's radar. Again, so far, I'm not saying the warning is not real, but so far, nothing is screaming at me that this is really, anything of a widespread type of severe weather event. But right now, again, we are looking at probably this cell right here, and okay, warnings are going off all over the place now. Okay, the problem is when you get apps, a bunch of apps that all issue warnings, you think there's a ton of them, but it's the same warning issued over and over again. So let me just go to. Let me see what you guys are seeing right now. The concentration here would be those of you that live along this line right here. This would be areas from Cochranton, probably east of Meadville, west of Cambridge Springs, Waterford area, and up toward, looks like, in between Harbor Creek and Northeast. So there is the line. This is kind of what we're looking at, these two lines. So let me just read here, see if any of you have seen anything. Hello to you again. Thank you all. What you have here, heavy rain in Waterford, PA. Thank you, Sheila. Any gusty winds there, Sheila, or anybody else in the Waterford area? It looks nasty. It does, Greg. Colors will do that to you. Right now, though, let's see what we got here. There's going to be heavy rain. We will have absolutely, without a doubt, we will have some heavy downpours. At this point, not real concerned with hail, but usually where you see these cores, that's where we sometimes see the best of the downpours and the best chance for some downbursts. Right now, so far, what I am seeing here, a lot of rain, a lot of downpours. Yeah, he'll get a break from the heat. He'll get washed off, Rebecca, if he doesn't get off that roof. Okay. Yep. These are, again, I would, my main concern here really is more downpours and flash flooding. These could very well put down a quick half-inch of rain in 15 minutes. Some of these downpours, again, particularly in areas that you see here where you see those purple cores. But I'm not seeing any of the black cores. That's usually when we see some good hail here. Okay. Yeah, Titusville, right now you're good. I know you've had your share. You're good for now, but these are heading your way. And, I don't see any repeat of the extreme rain you had from the last time here, but it won't help the situation, let's put it that way. So from what I'm seeing right now, mainly pouring out here in the region, pouring rains here. And hold on, let me just stop the crawl here. Okay, so we got some pouring rain here, and that's what I'm seeing so far. Nothing of immediate concern here, I think, as far as any gusty winds. So those of you watching Northeast, Wattsburg, and getting into Westfield, Pekin Peak area, Union City, Corey, let me know what you're seeing here in the next. We'll be on for a few minutes here. Now the other thing is, we have other showers and storms that are, that we still have this to deal with. A lot of these are showers and storms. Some of these storms have had a history of producing, some very heavy rain, and we also had the history. Here's this batch here that's quickly dissipating in Ashtabula County. This one actually had some funnel clouds with it over the lake, and this right now, this one over here north of Lake County is interesting. Let me put a velocity in here. Okay. Not impressive right now with rotation. And it looks like, we'll watch it. We'll see how that goes. Right now, there's not much rotation. And really looking here, here's Cleveland's radar. Not seeing any rotation that's screaming at me here. Buffalo, same thing. Pittsburgh. What we look for, not just large red and green, we look for red and green that are right next to each other, and not seeing any of that here. So right now, I don't see anything in the way of rotation in the area. So that's good news. But we got some nasty downpours here. Here it is. We call it the VIL, V-I-L, which is basically an energy. Yeah, besides the one, we also have this brown is a special marine warning. That's in effect until 12/15 for Lake Erie. The VIL, again, usually when we get hail, we get a lot of VIL. This might have some hail here. That one that I looked at for rotation, and looks like there's some kind of little notch here, but we'll see how that goes. It is a definitely something severe. And nothing here that again screams anything of great problems here. So let's get that out of here. Okay, sorry, but I'm on the air. Here we have, again, a large line here. Let me go back and see what you guys are saying here. Really, you're the eyes and ears as much as our technology is. And what I'm seeing right now is pouring, 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 a lot of pouring rain, pouring rain, pouring rain, downpours. Thank you, Lori. Downpours. Yeah, a lot of lightning strikes. Thank you, Carrie. Pouring, pouring, pouring. Hey, Dan, good to see you. How are things in Hawaii? I wish we had your weather here. All righty. Gusty winds near the airport. Thank you, Rick. Gusty winds Mill Creek by the lake. Not windy in Harbor Creek. Thank you there, Brian. Do appreciate that. I want to make a quick look here. I'll be right back. Okay, highest wind gust at the airport, 25, 28 miles an hour. So, nothing harrowing. Pouring, you got some wind there in northeast. Okay, thunder at the gravel pit. You may not, I don't think you'll see a lot of hail here with this one. This is going to be tons of water, and but I don't see much. Just started pouring. Thank you, Robert, out there in Utica. That's down. That's down here in Venango County. Pittsburgh probably picking that up better. So again, the downpours are the biggest thing here that we are looking at, and with rainfall up to half inch in 15 to 20 minutes, that's my primary concern. Wind gusts, as far as I can tell, so far hitting 30. Some of these make it a little bit more, but again, my main concern with these are the are really the winds. Okay, Little Italy getting some wind. Albion, right now you're not no problems here. We'll see what that storm out in Ashtabula does. It looks like it will pass to your south. Most of western Crawford County appears to be in good shape. It's the lakeshore area. Look at these. Look at these heavy downpours right now that are out over the lake. And we'll put that into motion for you. And you can see how they're approaching the lake shore here. And this is, again, downpour is a big thing here. When you see a long line like that, that tells me that there's some training of the storms. Not seeing any notches, not seeing anything that screams gusty winds right now. But we are getting some reports of some windy conditions at this point. Mike's got some pouring rain there, lots of pouring rain. Lucky Louie's got some pouring rain. All right. We have raining and thunder in Warren, Pennsylvania. All this is eventually getting into Chautauqua and Warren counties at this point. And again, the two warnings here for Chautauqua County, that one, that particular warning is in effect until, I believe, 11:15. If memory serves. And let me double check on that. Okay, just reading something here. Fredonia, okay, that's well north of us, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, to 11:15 for Chautauqua County, and until 11 o'clock here for Erie and eastern Crawford County. As we'll zoom the picture out big here. This could cause some flooding here. Look at how it's all in the straight line, moving, actually sliding toward the south a little bit. So that's going to hit basically from just east of Ashtabula to downtown Erie with some heavy downpours going all the way back toward Canada. So this could be a solid 30 to 45, maybe even an hour of pretty heavy rainfall in a relatively small concentrated area of western Erie County. And that, again, is the main concern. Tionesta, you'll be getting some eventually here. You can see, the storms have been building pretty quickly here when you look at this with the big picture. And, Tionesta right here. So give it about 30, 45 minutes, and some of those storms will hit your area. Heavy downpours can be expected. Titusville looks like they're about 15, 20 minutes out for you. These have the potential maybe to give you an inch of rainfall. Again, nothing like the flooding there, but the massive flooding that you had. But there will be probably some ponding of water and localized flooding with this particular batch as it makes its way toward the east. Downtown Erie, we got some good rain here. Let's check things out here. See if we can get some pictures here. This is Meadville, by the way, and you can see some rainfall there. It doesn't look too bad for the moment. And okay. Does this kind of tell you what's happening in Erie? Look at that. I mean, that's a monsoon. This is the kind of rainfall that gets you some flash flooding. This is the top of the Renaissance Center. Boy, that is one heavy rainstorm. Let's go to our weather camera, and you can see heavy rain here on the bayfront. These are the ones that will cause some flash flooding. In fact, I won't be surprised if we get some flash flood warnings here within the next 15 minutes. But you can see there's the flag moving there. It's moving pretty good, but we're not seeing trees bending here in downtown Erie. But extended flags are typically 25-mile-an-hour winds. Of course, the flag's a little waterlogged there. So gusts to 25 to 30. Highest at the airport that I saw so far was 25. And boy, that was nasty there downtown Erie. Let's go back to that once again. And there it is. Oh, improving a little bit now. Now we could actually see headlights here. But that is one heavy downpour. Let's see how far west this goes. Let's go to the airport. And, okay, we've got downpours here as well. Bob's Steakhouse weather cam. So, again, heavy downpours going into Girard now. Not bad. Of course, most of the rainfall, not quite as bad there. And I'm going to guess our tower camera, the clouds are pretty low. Oh, okay. Well, surprise, surprise. It's actually very good visibility here. So let's go back to analysis mode here, and let's stop this loop. And actually, I guess now that you pay attention to it, that makes sense. We are right here. Notice we're in the green. Downtown Erie Airport, all solid red with some purple cores. So that's where the heavy rain is. And it may slide to the north of the station. We'll see about that. We still have some other downpours here, but boy, that is one heavy downpour right now in Erie and downtown Erie. Let's go back and see what you guys are saying here. Hey, Celine, this will probably start to, all said and done here in Erie, probably around 1-ish, maybe 2 o'clock. Sometime between 12:30 and 2 o'clock, I think, is when these, when the main overall band here, this large area starts to move past Erie. After that, we got a little bit here in Ontario. There's actually the sun coming out here in Michigan, which, which is something that will make us want to watch for maybe more storms developing later on in the afternoon. But here in Erie, most of it should be done by 1 or 2 o'clock. The front goes through a little bit after that. So we're keeping the threat of storms with that front. Right now, my money on any kind of good severe outbreak would be most likely, and it's kind of what we've been saying all along here, in this region. Basically, in areas, Columbus and, in areas south, that's where I think the best chances of an outbreak of severe for the afternoon. we're kind of in, um, we're kind of in that. Love graphics. Okay, oh, come on. Hit OK. OK, there we go. Just trying to draw here. We're in the gray area or yellow area here, basically from Erie to Meadville for maybe some severe coming up in the afternoon. It's a tough call because we still have a lot. If the sun comes out, it'll destabilize the atmosphere. But I think the storms will start here. These storms, I think, will tend to rob the energy for severe weather here locally. I'm not saying we won't see severe. I'm just saying it's not really a clear cut. Yeah, we're going to see it this afternoon. But we'll be watching it. Tom will be here, and I'll be here as well. Craig, I think, is here. He's in Sandusky. He's at Cedar Point. Rough life. We'll see. Of course, they had some big storms earlier, and hopefully he's having some fun out there. So Tom and I will be holding the fort for the day as we, continue to, watch these storms. Okay. So let me just text Tom. He may be coming in. I think he probably already is coming in. Okay. Right now, we are looking at, again, severe thunderstorm warning, Erie, Crawford County, and that is most likely for this line right here. Now from Wattsburg into Union City, headed toward, this is Spartansburg here, Centerville is here, so still well. Hightown, Titusville, still a good 15 to 20 minutes out. So let's see what you are all saying here. Winds picking up in Lawrence Park, which is 24th and Wayne, flooded. Amy, it should, most of it should be done by then. Okay, got some gusty winds there in Lawrence Park. 12th Peninsula, Pittsburgh, heavy flooding. Definitely be careful there. Wind picking up in Fairview, heavy rain, prep areas of the city of Erie. No, there is no tornado, Cameron. We're all good here. Wind and some heavy rain in Union City, and heavy wind and rain, thunder, lightning off of Pine Avenue. Hey, Kristen, highway near Safer Town says, ouch. Okay. Whereabouts? Is that Sagertown or Safertown? Kristen, can you tell me what that is? I have a feeling you didn't mean Safertown. Love spell check. Light rains, thunder, and Spring Creek. That's what I thought. Okay, thanks, Kristen. Out there in Sagertown. So that's when those moved on by. That's these storms right here. So, they will have, Cleveland did say some of the gusts here could hit 60. And, if you're going to blow a van over, you're looking at least 40. Warnings are issued oftentimes on potential winds and not actual winds. Let me see if there's anything new popping up here. Oh, little rumble of thunder outside. Okay, nothing new from Cleveland. No updates as of yet. They issued their warning at about 10:22, so that was about 23 minutes ago. So we have, again, for those of you, everything that I'm hearing so far has been heavy rain, wind gusts, with that one hit in Sagertown. It looks like they've been around 30 miles an hour. Let me take a quick look at the airport. Okay, highest gusts at the airport have been, somewhere around 26 to 28 miles an hour. And we're just going to be running another crawl here. The thing I don't like about this crawl system is it resets sometimes, and you have to kind of start from scratch here. But we'll be running that bad boy there. Okay, make sure it goes on. Okay, so we'll run that crawl there as well. Crawl running across the screen, basically saying the same thing as what I'm saying. So you don't have to watch your TV. Um, yeah, that's true, Christina. That's how things go sometimes. Sometimes they issue warnings. Okay, trees down, power out all over. Um, that's what we're getting right now. Okay, so that's the first report I have of trees down. Thunder out there in Titusville. Yeah. Pea-size held the house, Ron. Where are you at, bud? Where are you at? Um, tell me where you're located, the town close by. You don't have to give your address or anything like that. Yeah. Um, Warrendale headed toward Tidiute. It is. Eventually, these storms will be going in. They look like they're holding together. So, I would think perhaps that they will continue. Let me call up. This is State College's radar. And you can see there, we'll just put this into motion for you. You can see there, they built pretty quickly here as they moved across Crawford County. Switching over to Buffalo now. This is Buffalo's radar. Picking up the front of the storms is better. They seem to be holding together pretty nicely, and weather services chat with each other, so it wouldn't surprise me if Warren were to issue a warning, perhaps within the next 5 to 15 minutes. In fact, let me stop the crawl here. Okay, right now, Warren does not appear as if they just issued a statement that strong storms will be entering Warren County. So it means they're watching it, and they'll determine. So it's not a warning, but a statement that says, here comes some strong storms that'll be moving across the Warren County area here. So looks like, it looks like another warning has just been issued for this batch of storms. It's a small but pretty intense storm that's moving. That looks like it's for Lake and up toward Ashtabula County. Let me see what that one's all about here. Okay, that's until 11:30. That one just issued at 10:47. So we'll see how that one goes. Let me go back to Cleveland here, and that's probably what that alarm is. It's probably severe thunderstorm warning. That was for this one here. That's a nice looking storm here. Again, not much rotation with it, but that one is just getting, it's western Ashtabula County, so it takes it to the Erie-Crawford County line. That one is until 11:30. So 3 active warnings so far. We have a warning here in Ashtabula County. This one, let me read this a bit here. Whoops, wrong one. Would be good if I press the right one here. Okay, pretty much the same type of narrative here. This one looks like it has some better potential for some wind gusts. Now, of course, it's still west of the city of Ashtabula. It's moving toward the east at about, moving toward the east at about 35 miles an hour. So that would take it across Ashtabula County and reaching close to the border within. Well, you know what? Let's do this the old-fashioned way. So let's see how fast it's really moving here. So here it is at 9:50, and an hour later. Let's see how far that's gone. Okay, all right, about 30 miles an hour. So that would take it, it's moving roughly east-southeast. All right, yep, it would take it right to the border of Crawford County there, somewhere between Albion and Springboro at about, close to news time at about 11:51. So we could be, we'll be watching that one as well. And we'll see what happens with that one. So right now, okay, they've canceled the warning here. You can see basically from Meadville to Erie, and now it has it for Corry and out toward Titusville, the bigger towns, and now east of Meadville. That warning is still until 11 o'clock, so about another 10 minutes here, which makes sense because this will be into Warren County by then. So let's see, what are you guys all saying here? Yep, heavy rain, still the ticket here. Hello, Dan. Hey, Dan, good to see you there. Ashley, hello. Let's see here. Seeing a lot of hard pounding rains. Got a gust at least 50 with a lot of road ponding. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, reports of hail in Mill Creek. Let me let Cleveland know that. So let's see what we've got here. A lot of downpours. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, do you have an actual anemometer that measures that, or are you just estimating? Let me know. A lot of flooding here. Okay, so again, yeah, Jeff, let me know. You came up with 50. Is that something? Do you have a weather? Do you have an anemometer? Let me know. Yes, those storms there again, absolutely. Going into McKean and Potter counties. Yep, you got that right. So we're getting reports of some gusty winds here so far, and I have let Cleveland know. Airport wind gusts haven't been more than 30, but these can have localized higher wind gusts. So it looks like they're going through Corry and now going through Titusville. Those of you in those areas, how are things looking here? Those of you in those areas, how are we looking? You getting any gusty winds? Thank you, Val. So we have again severe thunderstorm warning in effect for about 5 more minutes here in Erie and Crawford County, and my guess is Cleveland will end the warning there at that time based on what I'm seeing. Not much wind in Corry. Thank you so much, Christina, for that. Rain and thunder in Corry. Thanks, Todd. Torrential downpour, Columbus, just east of Corry. Again, thank you, John. So it looks like not much of a wind factor there as much as there is some rain here. Okay, pouring hard in Centerville. Hoping that one doesn't hit us in Crawford. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see about that, Laura. It is heading, it is making pretty much a beeline toward northwestern parts of Crawford County. Got it. Okay, I know we got the downpours. How are things looking as far as winds? I know some of you have said have had some gusty winds. Hey Jeff, estimated. Okay. Hey Jeff, where was that at? Thank you so much. 20 to 30. Okay. Yep. Small branches swaying. The old Buford scale. Yep, I remember that. So where about are you talking about, Jeff? Let me know. You in Erie, Corey, where are you at there, bud? Ron has trees not moving out his way. Heavy downpour now in Girard. Light winds. Um, some small wind gusts. Thank you, Kristen, out there in Lawrence Park. Yeah, so Girard, there you can see the heavy downpours out that way. So severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This one in Ashtabula County till 11:30, Cattaraugus and Chautauqua County until 11:15, and the eastern fringes now of Erie County. None of this stuff here west of the line is severe. Just a lot of heavy rain right now. So again, let me know what you're seeing here. No new reports out of Cleveland right now, and going to Buffalo here. They are continuing the warning for Chautauqua and for Chautauqua County until 11:15, and out toward Warren. So far, they're sticking with their special weather statement here. So looks like Pittsfield and Tidioute not too far away from you, probably about 10 to 15 minutes out. So you can let me know how things are looking there. No wind in Harbor Creek, just a lot of rain. Heavy, not much wind there in Spring Creek. Thank you so much. Yeah, you don't have to add water to the pool there. You got that right. You may have to rechlorinate it, though, and shock it again. Heavy wind, rain in Fairview. Calm, no rain at the moment in Tidioute. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, you're probably hearing the number. Hey, TJ, good to see you, bud. Long time no see. Glad to have you up and at 'em there. And while we can hope that brighter skies are coming, no doubt about that. Yeah, the main rain is definitely going to be done today here. So a little wind. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate all your kind comments here. And again, looking for wind reports here. A lot of you, most of you seem to be saying not much wind, but a few earlier said. And I think what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to see what we've heard. I'm calling our, oh shoot, I hate this, got to do 814. Ah. So I'm going to check and see. I'm going to call Scott Bremner here and see what he says, if he's heard anything. Hello, Mr. Bremner. Tom D here. Hey, I am on Facebook Live, and people are wondering, I've had reports, just wondering if you could confirm, have you heard anything about trees down in downtown Erie or anything like that? Just out over the scanner or anything in your reports? Okay, if you hear anything, you can let me know, and I'm sure our Facebook buddies will be happy. All right, thank you, bud. See ya. Okay, Scott said he hasn't received anything, but he's going to check more into it, and he'll get back to me on that. And Scott is good. He'll walk right back and let you know. That's great about Bremner, a great news guy who knows what he's doing here. So, okay, severe thunderstorm warning has ended for Erie and Crawford County. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning for Ashtabula County. That one is until 11:30. So I'm going to run this crawl one more time here. And boom, off it goes. Okay, so from what everyone's telling me here, okay, flags flying. Thank you, Barb. Bell Valley to the mall. Didn't notice much wind. A lot of standing water. Um, Anyone in Titusville? Oh, that's right. It's Scott Bremner's birthday. Oh, I'm making him work. They're making him work on his birthday. Can you believe that? Gee, it's not like I haven't worked on my birthday. Okay, I will, Mary Lou. I will definitely tell him. Creeping on your way. All right, heavy rain, strong wind now in Green Township. Thank you, Julie. Pouring now in Oil City. So you can see it's all part of a long line. Now, Pittsburgh, neither Pittsburgh nor Warren are saying anything about maybe getting the, about extending the warning, about extending into their area. So, and from what you're telling me, that's, if anything, I'm actually surprised that we haven't had any flood warnings or flood advisories, because 90% of you are reporting some flooding, those of you in the Erie area at this point. So, yes, I'm sorry. I'll wish Scott if he comes back here, I'll wish Scott a happy birthday. I promise you. Wow, boy, you people are temperamental. Gosh, get some rain in and you get all upset. Okay, definitely we'll wish Mr. Bremner a happy birthday to all of you who are wishing it to him. Okay, Pleasantville just started raining as well. Okay, and you can see the heavy storms. Looks like they're just about to get out of Titusville here. And, we just had, again, some reports here. Scott is going to check on to see how things are in downtown area. A lot of reports, of course, of ponding water and flooding. A few of you did report trees down. T, can you ask Scott if he's heard anything? Okay. Tom Axe is going to go. I wish him a happy birthday, too, by the way. Okay. So, Tom Axe is going to check on that, see if we've heard anything from the scanner, police reports, as well as anything else. So got some clearing in Spartansburg. Yeah, and you can see we're getting some blue in here. So the storms appear, at least for the time being, appear to be lessening, but we're not over yet. Look, we still have all this out over the lake to deal with. And let's put this into motion for you. And this was Cleveland. Okay, good. That's the radar I want. You can see these are going to, looks like they're going to hit especially Ashtabula County shores and west, Erie West, with more heavy downpours on top of what's already fallen on the ground, along with some heavy downpours as well. So, we'll see how things look when it comes to that there. I'm sure you're going to get even more ponding and more widespread flooding from these. These look like they have a good potential to give us anywhere from another 1/2 to 1 inch of rain on top of what's already fallen on the ground here. And did I? Nope. Okay. I thought I saw a marker there, but fortunately that wasn't the case. We did have a couple of shear markers earlier out over the lake. This is way back at 9:30, and special marine warning. Had that been on land, it probably been a tornado warning, but that quickly diminished. That's the only rotation that we've seen. We're not seeing any rotation in any of these storms here. Let's just do base velocity here. Nothing here in Cleveland. That's striking. Buffalo, straight greens. Well, let's look at all of them. State College, no. And Pittsburgh. Now, again, it's not unusual to have large red and large green with gray in between. That is not rotation. That's simply, that just doesn't show rotation. We look for green and red right next to each other. What we call, each one of these little pixels is called a gate. So whenever we have what's called gate-to-gate shear, green next to red, that's what we're looking for. And we had that earlier at 9:30, but we're not seeing that now on any of the radars. So not saying it can't happen later on today, but right now, none of these storms are showing anything that would resemble any kind of shear or twisting, including this one here in Ashtabula County as it makes its way toward Crawford County. Looks some more and more like maybe the Pymatuning area would get hit with some showers and some storms. And Mr. Belmondo, good to see you, sir.
Hey.
Any reports at all?
Yeah, we got,
Okay.
we're getting them in now.
Dave Belmondo here, guys.
We have a lot of streets that are underwater, and I guess 12th Street's one of them. We've got the crews out right now, you know, getting what they can get. But this was this was a quick one. I mean, it just all of a sudden just dumped. And, you know, a lot of these roads, they can't take all this water all at once. So if you are out, and I guess around 12th Street downtown area, is some flooding there, and normally the areas that will get flooding are being flooded.
Okay.
So,
alrighty.
but anyway, we're getting that together, and we'll have more on that at noon.
Okay, sounds good. I'm guessing I'll be at the top of the show.
Okay. You got that right.
Okay, alrighty.
In fact, thank you. That's what I came to tell you. You're
Okay,
at the top of the show.
Yes. And don't forget, I want my McDonald's supersized, all right? Okay. Any,
Liberty, 10th Street, Cherry Street, it's just underwater.
The normal area, Liberty, 10th and Cherry.
okay.
Yeah, Sassafras, that strip in there.
So Liberty, 10th Street, Cherry Street, underwater. And we're not done yet, unfortunately. So bottom line here, what we're hearing is if you don't have to go drive at least through downtown, stay away, let the waters recede before you, give it at least another 1 hour, if not more. And like Dave said, these did come rather quickly, and you can see we're not done yet. We have all of this that we have to deal with for this morning. And so you can see fortunately, it looks more and more like the main hit from this particular line of storms is going to miss Erie, and that's good news. But we still have this. We have this over Fairview. That's going to go by the airport. We have bands going into Crawford County, Ashtabula County, with some of these heavier downpours, along with this batch right here. So let me. So far, checking to see if there's anything new. So Cleveland continuing, they're continuing their severe thunderstorm warning. That's for Ashtabula County until 11:30. That's for that cell right there that's going to move into Crawford County. Let me just type up something real quick here. Looks like the worst of it right now, as we said, Cherry Street, Liberty Street by 10th Street flooded out. Some of the other roads are also flooded out as well. Pass at 13th and Liberty, impassable. Okay, that's a common one. That's one that goes under the bridge. Let me just checking things out here. Cambridge Springs, we got some flooding out there. No, Rich, you won't get it early. You'll get it at the same time. Sorry, we don't send it earlier than that. Got anything more, bud?
No, just a question.
Okay. Yeah.
It's up to you, but I can hang here.
Yeah, that looks like, I mean, considering what we're getting right now.
Yeah, well, I'll tell them.
Just tell them to get set up. Okay, what we're going to do, we are going to do a live cut-in here. Tom Atkins will take over for me while I do a live cut-in. And I'm going to, we're going to do a live cut-in because of all the flooding that is in the area. Again, Tom A will be here locally, so we're going to get that all set up here. Lots of standing water in Northeast. Okay, So, you know, again, as we said, weren't really concerned so much about the severity, but also, you know, it was mainly the flooding. That was the big news here. So we've had numerous reports. And you know, obviously, we're also reporting as well. 13th and Liberty impassable, and we again we'll be going live on the air here soon. And there, Cleveland, there we just issued a looks like an aerial flood advisory. That is until 2:15 in the afternoon. That's what that green is right there. Oh, you going live?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm setting the shot.
Okay.
No, I'm setting the shot.
T, when you get
I told him 5 minutes or less.
yeah. Tell Anna too, so we can live.
Okay.
Get a chance.
Yeah, you just tell me what, I mean, we leave that open and.
We'll just leave. Yeah, we'll leave this open. I'll just use the radar.
Tell me where you want to go and.
Yeah. We're probably just going to leave this static.
Yeah, and people can watch the screen, and if they can see it on TV, they can watch it on TV.
Yep.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
I'm not fast flying to help me with, so I can get it to tilt down.
Yeah, once again, we had that problem last night.
Yeah, we did. Okay. So I am going to, let's see if we have. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm seeing if I can get some accumulations of rain here. Okay. Those are daily rain. I'm just trying to get, sorry people, I'm just trying to get some rainfall amounts here. And how about this one? Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Now these are Doppler estimates here. That's Cleveland, and we're going to Pittsburgh here, and you can see these are, this just, again, I'm sorry, I'm going to different ones here, but these are 3-hour rainfall amounts here. And for the most part, we don't have 1 hour here, but I can tell you, these are probably, the majority of this is in the past hour. So we have, and these are probably conservative estimates of rainfall here. So that was Pittsburgh. Here's Cleveland, and you can see again. These are again radar estimate. These are radar estimated rainfall amounts. So again, aerial flood advisory until 2:15 this afternoon. We're going to keep these numbers up so when we go live. Tom Atkins will be here, and he'll be playing with the radar for me as well. Whoops. All right, let's go to single site, hydro. There we go. Okay, so we'll be going on momentarily here. And we'll be updating those on the air who are not watching us on Facebook Live. In the meantime, while we are doing that, I'm just reading some of your notes here. Okay, so far, nope, there will be no tornado warnings with these. These are, again, mainly gully washers. I've seen no rotation. Had some earlier over the lake. That was about 2 hours ago, and not seen any rotation since. And I'm not bullish on that for the afternoon. We about ready to go? Okay. Let me just turn on.
Is that in your show, T?
This is in my show.
Do you want a weather camera? Put it downtown?
No. We'll show this first,
Mhm.
and then just click on reflectivity,
Okay.
and I'll go through some of the closings. So, that's all.
All right, Tom, are you gonna be mic'd or no?
No.
No, just T.
Okay, just a Vecchio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't have my IFB. Do I need it?
Not everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Just filling in for Tommy D here. And he's going to do a little TV to update the TV audience. And I'm with you here. So at some points, I'm just going to let it go audio-wise because I don't want to interrupt with his television broadcast as he does that. But you've been here, you know what's going on. A lot of flooding downtown Erie. We're hearing Liberty Streets, West 12th, West 10th, as well as Sassafras and Cherry. You know that portion of West 12th and West 10th down there with the underpasses. It's a mess. Avoid that area. And while he's doing his cut-in and I'm changing the screens here, you can be your own meteorologist and look at the rainfall.
Good morning to you all.
Here we go.
We've had a lot of rainfall here and numerous reports of flooding, not just your average.
And you can watch him on Jet 24 and Fox 66. He's on live now.
And what we have right now, this is a 3-hour rainfall, which you could probably call this 45-minute rainfall here. We've had incredible amounts of rain. These are radar estimates here, anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches in Erie. In less than an hour. That's what's causing some rainfall. We've had several reports. 13th Liberty is closed. Cherry Liberty on 10th Street flooded out. Other reports of flooded roads, closed roads here in the Harbor Creek area, and numerous reports of flooding, particularly here along the lake shore. And even out toward Route 6 corridor there. We've had an estimated amount of at least 1 to 1.5 inches in the past hour. Now, radars tend to undercut that, so my guess is there could even be more with these. But bottom line, we have an aerial flood advisory. Tom, go ahead and click the reflectivity button there. And this is Cleveland here. Go ahead and zoom out a bit. We do have this aerial flood advisory. That's in effect until 2:15. If you don't have to travel, really, especially here along the lake shore, you want to stay, probably just stay home for a bit and allow the waters to recede. We're not done yet. We have all of this, as Tom puts it into motion for you. We have heavy rainfall. Fortunately, it does look like this batch here will stay, at least the heaviest rain will stay west of the city, but it's going to provide even more flooding, most likely from Fairview west toward Conneaut and into interior Erie County. Crawford County also will be getting hit. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Go ahead and slide the map up a bit here, Tom. And okay, so we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 11:30. That's for Ashtabula County. Pretty good cell here. Small hail possible. This is going to make a line somewhere between Linesville and Springboro, probably close to Newstown at around noon. And if it holds together, Conneaut Lake and Meadville, you'll be under the gun within the hour. We'll be watching that wind gusts up to 30 to 35. Even though we have had the severe thunderstorm warnings, it's the flooding that's the big news. Toward the east, up toward Pittsfield, Tidiu, and into Warren, you can see we do have, again, some pretty good downpours there as well. No warnings in Warren County. They just had special weather statements that these storms are on the strong side, and these have had the history of producing up to an inch an hour rainfall as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get some flood advisories here in Warren County. The area right now, the city got hit hard. Many roads are either flooded out or at best difficult to travel through. So for now, if you don't have to travel within the city, stay home, let the waters recede a little bit, and then go out and we'll see how things go with that. We'll have more coming up at 12 o'clock noon with more updates. I'll take you back to the program.
Okay, guys, if you're within the sound of our broadcast signal, you could see Tom DeVecchio do his thing. That's why there was a lull in the action here. I'll help you out here. I'll try to take over and get acclimated to what you want to know here. First of all, okay, and just what 7-Day Barbara, thank you. My name for her from my Facebook Live show. Those of you that are familiar with it, this is the area, okay? And I'm just going to zoom into the area. Now, you're not necessarily going to see red over it. Sometimes you are. But this corridor here on the west side of Erie, you see the reds passing over it? We're doing some street level mapping here for you. And let me just make sure I've got my stylus here so I can point this out to you. Barbara Thompson telling you about this corridor, West 12th, West 10th, Liberty, as well as Sassafras, that whole area right there, I'm sure you're familiar with. If you move in and around Erie to any great way or extent, that's where the flooding is now. I had a call from an Uber driver out there, those underpasses, and you know where they are there. Hang on just a second, let me get this for you. You know, this corridor right in here. Here's Liberty, here's Peach, Sass is right over here. So, you know, a lot of flooding on that lower west side there in that corridor. And that's the main thing we're getting right now. Now, let me zoom out because I know there's a lot of people on this Facebook Live from other areas, and I'm going to go back to your questions. Somebody here, we have a non-tornadic situation, Levi. There's not even a watch, okay? So we don't issue warnings. I couldn't predict if there's going to be a tornado warning, but right now this is not a tornadic situation. This is a flooding situation, sometimes a severe thunderstorm situation. They have issued severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got one that just expired in Erie, and it's been replaced by a flood warning or a flood advisory. So let me zoom out, and since that's a really relevant question, I'm going to stop the loop and zoom out. The only severe thunderstorm warning is out here in eastern Ashtabula, as Tom D was saying. That's going to go in between Springboro and Linesville. This green here that I'm darkening in the bright red, that's the flood advisory. There was a severe thunderstorm warning. If I back it up here, these polygons here in Crawford, Erie, and for those of you in Chautauqua County, you can see with time, they have expired. So again, to repeat, the severe thunderstorm warning, the only one right now is Ashtabula County, but the flood advisory goes from northeast down I-90, including the city of Erie, all the way over to West Springfield. And this is the map as it looks now. And there are no tornado watches. There are no tornado warnings. Sandra, the flood advisory that I just outlined up here is until 2:15. That doesn't mean it's going to be raining until 2:15. It just means that they think that things can still flood till 2:15. And again, that's northern and northeastern Erie County. So that hopefully that answers your question. Judy G, Union City, good to see you. Rich Smith, good to see you. Al Williams, you're welcome. Mary Kunick in Girard. I mean, are you getting any flooding, Mary? Because you're just getting zapped over here. There is Girard, Lake City, and Fairview. I'm going to try to get a camera here if I can. You guys just bear with me, and I'm just trying to get my bearings here. Obviously, you know I'm the afternoon and evening guy, and I'm kind of coming on this just from driving down I-90 into work here today. Went through torrential rains, you know, a lot of people with the flashers on. This corridor out here that you're looking at right now, obviously getting that kind of rain. This is our studio here. If you want some live visuals, okay, this is southbound on Peach Street towards Waterford. You can note the low visibilities here. And also I want to take you into, let's see, we got to get some cameras here. Just because you piped up from Girard, let's, and thank you, Mary, and all you guys out in the West County. We're going to go over to Girard. You can see the water just teeming there. on Main Street, and the car is going slow, as you would expect, because you're going to get hydroplaning if you go too fast. And you can see how very slowly the cars are moving on Main Street in Girard with that heavy rain that you just saw on the radar, that enhancement in yellow. Go a few miles down the road, Erie International Airport. I believe we're looking right out from the Delta Gate there. Low visibility, some heavy rain and fog there. We're just going to go around the horn with sky or with weather cameras here, and then I'm going to go back to the radar and answer your questions. Downtown Erie, where there has obviously been flooding, you're looking from Boston Store to the Bicentennial Tower, people going slowly there on State Street. And I want to swing this camera around because those traditional spots seem to have, accumulated the most water, that corridor out. So let me go out West 10th Street here over to the Cathedral, and we'll get a view of West 10th Street, downtown Erie. And you can just see the rain in front of the darker buildings here, just the intensity of the rain there. So let me take you west over to St. Peter Cathedral here, and we'll take a look at, and you can see the northwest side of Erie there. And I will get back to your comments. Now the raindrops are hitting the camera lens. So this is mainly a flooding situation. All right. So turn around, don't drown. Remember, don't go on streets. If you can't see the road, don't try to drive through the water because you don't know how deep it is. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see that. Try a couple more for you. Bayfront camera next. And no tornado warnings. No, it's not a tornadic situation as you look at UPMC, Hammett, and State Street from another angle. It's turned into more of a flooding situation, especially 90 and points north. I'm taking it down to Edinburgh. You can see Erie Street, Meadville Street, and even the slow go there. Plenty of rain. Doesn't look like the intensity of Erie, but that is Edinburgh for you guys in the borough. Go down to Meadville right now. Give you a look at Meadville if you're in that area, kind of on the top of a building. Let me swing this around for you, get more of a traditional view down Chestnut Street, and see what's going on down there. And the last stop will be Conneaut Lake. And there's probably a pretty good thunderstorm coming into the north of Conneaut Lake, but we wanted just to give you these live looks so you can see what's going on. Obviously, rain steady in Meadville. You can see the drops in front of these black markings there. So everyone getting some rain. The heaviest seems to be in northern Erie County where they have the flood advisory. We're going to go out to Conneaut Lake for a second, and you can see certainly the rain moderate to heavy there along Route 322. So let me go back to radar and your comments. Just wanted to give you a selection of weather cameras there. There's the West County corridor. We're going to open it up here, looking at Tri-County area down to Venango and Forest counties where you guys are getting some heavy downpours there. Let me get back to your comments here. See what we got going. I want to catch up with you. All right. Thanks, Christina and Corey. As you can see, little pocket there where the heavy stuff is left. Let's see. Paula Thomas, good to see you. Kristen Nicole, flooding in Harbor Creek out towards Buffalo Road and Hannon Road. Let's see. Thanks, Mary Kunick. Thanks, Celine. We'll be looking for shots from the airport from your she shed out there at the toll gate later today. I believe you're working. Let's see. Christina Nichols saying, part of my road, East Washington, a little flooded, but not too bad. That is good. Just going down the line here. Mary Kunick. These things are flying by. Tina Adams. It doesn't look too bad. All right. Just some reports that you guys can read too. No problem, Rick. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Heavy rain in McCain. Denise says, and you guys can see it right here. There's the batch that's coming in right there and moving into McCain. Another batch here in Waterford going into French Creek. And another one south of Edinburgh, just the way we were looking there on the Skycam. So we do have, what you would call more of a flooding situation than a severe weather situation. Interesting to note here is the fact that the severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for Ashtabula County with this cell right now has been allowed to expire. So what you see here, and I'm going to go back to radar and play a little bit so we can get the full use of our radar here, is that there's no weather or there's no warnings or even watches for severe thunderstorms. See those are those orange polygons, and you see how they all disappear by the final frame. So there's no more warnings for severe thunderstorms right now. There is only the flood advisory, the green thing here, you know, and the reason that is because you already have flooding, and then you got this thing right here coming in. So get set, Ashtabula, up to those favored locations along you know, the lakeshore north of 90, whether it's Conneaut or more West Springfield, and eventually back into Girard. You guys in this corridor, that's the one we're concerned about as far as adding more rain to the picture. So let me take off my doodling here, just show you, you know, the progression of things. Obviously, this storm down here has weakened, all right, but this corridor in here is producing a lot of heavy rain. Also, some down. For those of you guys over in Warren County, I'm going to switch radars here, and you can see this line going east of Corey, right over Warren. And if you're in Forest County, you're getting a line of heavy rain. But as I said, it's rain right now, not damaging thunderstorms that we're mainly concerned with. And the only advisory is a flood advisory. Now, of course, in about a half hour, Tommy D is going to come back up for you on Newswatch at noon, and all the reporters, and of course he will give you the latest on how this thing is going. And I'm just going to stick with you on Facebook for a little while longer as we continue to get reports from our newsroom and from you guys. You're a big help to us. You give us what we call the ground truth. Okay, radars are great, satellite is great, but nothing's better than ears and eyes on the ground like you're doing for us right now. So looking at this, there seems to be a break behind it. So it looks like, and I'm going to try to time this thing out for you and see if I can get an idea of when this whole mass of stuff is going to be to the east of the area. Okay, so bear with me as I do a little calculating here. You see it's moving at a good clip. I can put some lightning data on for you guys, and you can see tremendous amount of lightning with this cell that's moved to the east, and you guys have been talking about lightning, West County, Fairview. So this one, West County, and I want to put the number of strokes on here, and I want to zoom in right to this picture here and take out the stuff to the southeast. So this one here, this is the one of main concern for flooding rains or adding to the flooding that's already there. You got 40 lightning strikes, the heaviest of the rain extending back to Ashtabula in the lake, over Conneaut, through Fairview and Girard to about McCain. So strong thunderstorms here, not producing wind or hail or severe characteristics, but a ton of torrential rain. So you guys in this corridor, heads up to you, you're already seeing it, and that's where the flooding will be enhanced over the next hour. So those are the areas of greatest concern right now. Any other reports, T?
No, nothing new to report. I got to get on the system here so I can get the new chill ready. So,
okay. Tommy D, we're going to take a break here. Tommy D's got to use the computer. Do you want to use that? What can you use that? Or do you want this?
The only problem is sometimes I'll try it, but it's sometimes in the
yeah, we'll hang for a minute here, see if we can jerry rig something here.
Sometimes in the updated editor doesn't work.
What I want to do, and then Tom D may need this computer, is just give you guys an example of speed here. We got another warning that just came across.
It's going to be right. They just issued a warning again, reissued it for Crawford and Ashtabula and Lake County until 12:15.
Okay.
There it is.
All right. So a new severe thunderstorm warning. We want to talk to you about that. And this is the cell we were looking at right here. We're going to take it out of the Cleveland radar and show you that This is the area, okay? Conneaut, Ashtabula, Saybrook, Jefferson, Pierpont, Ohio. But just like Tommy D was talking about between Springboro and Linesville, this cell here, and this warning includes Albion. So you've got a severe thunderstorm warning now again. And those of you in this area, you want to take shelter. You want to be in a safe place because I'm sure they're talking about potential wind gusts
60.
to 60 miles per
Yeah.
hour. We're reading the warning right now.
The standard 60.
The standard 60 miles per hour of wind possible with this line coming in here, okay? And these are it's this whole orange polygon that's flashing. So I zoom in to just tell you the towns, especially Conneaut, North Kingsville, Ashtabula, that's where the meat of it is, but also Jefferson, Pierpont, Linesville, Conneautville, Springboro, up to Cranesville, and Albion, and West Springfield. Got some purple in here. Are they mentioning any hail?
They did not. No.
Okay, so this is mainly for heavy rain, torrential rain, and winds that could gust to 60 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning, southwest Erie County and northwest Crawford and eastern Ashtabula until, do you remember the time?
12:15.
12:15. So this is for another 40 minutes. So let me do the distance thing, and then Tommy D might have to take
Go
over.
ahead. Go stay.
Okay, I'm going to stay with you here, just to kind of get an idea when this whole thing, or this batch of it, could be out of the area. These are moving a fairly good clip, so we're going to estimate that they are moving at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. Okay, so and I will get back to your comments. We just wanted to get this stuff out for you guys, tell you the latest. But if this is moving 35, 40 miles per hour, and you can see, you know, the track of everything here, and if we had this as the back edge and we stretch this thing out across, you know, the area, you would say that the back edge would clear Warren County in about another 3 hours. Okay, so you know it would clear Ashtabula. Excuse me, sorry about that. It would clear Ashtabula in the next 45 minutes. It would clear Erie County down to about Oil City, probably in the next 1.5 to 2 hours, so say 1 to 1:30, and then it would clear the eastern zones, including Warren, Forest, and Chautauqua counties, more towards 2 and 2:30. So that's kind of a timing thing here that we're looking at. We have our storm tracker, Steve Marshall, staged down in Edinburgh. So, you know, if you want to, if you can, send him a little text and see if he's seeing anything. Just tell him we're on, you know. We're going to check and see what there's nothing surprising there. He's just to the east of the warning, but we've got him down there, and he's going to give us ground reports of what's going on there. So severe thunderstorm warning, this area, it does include portions of the west county of Erie. You're already getting heavy rain up here, West Springfield, on Ridge Road, on 90, on 5, on Westlake Road. The warning does include Cranesville, Albion, and Springboro, Conneautville, as well as Linesville, and over to Sagertown. That's the Erie and Crawford, Pennsylvania towns that are included in that warning. And again, it is till 12:15, so another 40 minutes or so. And the Ashtabula towns, especially along the lakeshore, you want to be in a safe place. This is some wicked rain and probably some very strong winds. Ashtabula, Kingsville, and Conneaut, and eventually down to Jefferson and Pierpont, because you can see the movement of this line right here. It's just dropping to the southeast. So be advised, northern and central Ashtabula County, that is a severe thunderstorm warning until 12:15. Let me get back to your comments. I want to catch up with you guys. If you're having trouble, T, we can vacate.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this to work.
Okay. Mary Ann, good to have you from the forest. Yeah, you can see that line going right across Forest County there. Tina, yeah, right. Not exactly to Girard, but just about to Girard. In between West Springfield and Girard, you can see where the line stops here. Okay, the line stops west of Girard, actually, by Tubbs Road off of Ridge Road, and it's the warning ends west of Town Line Road, west of Girard there, just so you know. What else can we do here? Carlton. All right, thanks. Great question, Rich. The scouts down at the camp in Carlton, southern Crawford, northern Venango County. So on its track, and I'll stop the radar here just to get a little bit of an idea how this thing is progressing. Rich is talking about down in this way, and here's your leading edge. If it is moving at about 35 miles per hour, we can do some tracking for you and kind of show where this is headed, and perhaps get some towns on here for you. So pardon me a minute, and the other folks here with questions, I will get to you, but he's got potentially some campers down there and scouts that may be in harm's way. The warning does not extend to southern Crawford or Venango at this point, but I just want to try a little what we call squall line tracking here. And now don't pay attention to the miles per hour or anything like that yet. I've got to adjust these towns, and I've got to adjust the speed of all of this. So we're going to say it's moving not at 77 miles an hour, but about 35. We're going to choose a duration of 90 minutes here. And if this stays intact, okay, this cell here that has the warning, this is some approximate times that nasty weather can get over these areas. So they're saying like Meadville, 1220, Conneaut Lake at 1222. You can see the major towns here: Cambridge Springs, Sagertown, Espyville. And if the warning were to be extended, it would be down in that area. Let me do some distance tracking for you here, Rich. I know it's right about that area. If it holds together, you're talking about a little over an hour to get down to camp there. So more towards quarter to 1 to 1 o'clock. But we don't know what the storm will do. These things tend to morph. You know, they can increase in intensity, they can decrease intensity. But obviously, your folks, the scouts down there, want to be in a safe place and prepare for some heavy downpours, you know, and perhaps some gusty winds. That seems to be the main concern at this point. All right. Thanks, Elaine. I really appreciate that. You're in the heart of that. You're in the warning. The warning is in effect for another half hour. Franklin Center, you're not quite in the warning, June, but you know, you got some heavy weather in your direction. Yeah. Well, Mary, thankfully it's not a tornadic situation. Have you encountered in your mobile home wind gusts 50, 60 miles per hour? Have you ever had to experience that? Because that would probably be the top end of what you could see. Tornadoes usually produce winds that are higher than that. So, you know, if we see something that indicates, and we'll look at that in just a minute, heavy rain or stronger winds, we'll let that go. And thank you, Laura Brooks. We'll let you know is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Laura Brooks. Yep, severe thunderstorm warning. It's really southwest Erie County. Thanks for posting that. We appreciate that. Let's see what else. Has the temperature changed at all? I'm sure it's pretty uniform right now. And actually, we do have a function on this radar that can estimate temperatures. Michael, really appreciate your reports. 2+ inches of rain in Girard so far. And we'll continue to peer into these storms. So you guys know this is what you've got coming, those of you that are in the warned area in the next half hour. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to use a different port of the radar.
Cleveland just issued a tornado warning.
Okay, we got to do some
We got to do
some on-air stuff here. All right. We've got a tornado warning that's just been issued. Just as soon as we say not a tornadic situation, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, North Kingsville near Conneaut. All right, so this is a new tornado warning that has just been issued. So we got to ramp this up for you here, folks, and give you the latest on that. Hold on, we will isolate the area, and we will show you the towns that are indicated here. And it's the same areas that I just did that storm tracking. Now, what they're saying with this right now is a
I don't have the time.
radar indicated tornado. All right, that's what they're talking about here. And the places that they are finding this and is all about this line here south of North Kingsville, the storm that's in Ashtabula. Okay, this storm, which I just did storm tracking for you on, to the south and east. So now, those of you southwest Erie County and certainly in eastern and northeastern Ashtabula County, now you want to be in the safe place. Now, as far as Erie County is concerned, it's just the southwest portion that's under this tornado warning. Okay, the northern portion up here by 20 and 5 in West Springfield and Girard, you are not in the tornado warning. So it is from about North Kingsville in Ohio down to just touching Albion, Pierpont, Conneautville, Springboro, Linesville. We're looking for the signature here. So it looks like what they're looking at is perhaps this little area, and this is in Ashtabula County where the green meets the red. Okay, they're calling it a radar indicated tornado. So it is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. All right. So we are, looking for ground truth out here. This is Ashtabula County in Ohio. There's the line. Erie County is here. Crawford County is here. Ashtabula County is there. All right. So this storm and this area is moving to the southeast, and I just did the little storm tracking for you. Tom DeVecchio will be hitting the airways in just a few moments, and taking a look at that. We can do reflectivity. We can
We'll start with reflectivity, and I'll call for the velocity. You can kind of circle. I agree with where you think that.
And since you have to stay on for a little bit, I can try to do a storm track with the towns. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, I may do that right off the bat. Is that okay, T?
Let me just describe. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me just set this up here. Basically, southeast at 35 is what I'm guessing. Let me just set it up. Make sure it's the correct speed here.
Can you switch that to velocity and we'll keep those towns on?
Yeah, I can go to velocity. We're going to go 35 miles an hour. Duration of 1 hour. Maybe 45 minutes. Let's do duration of 40 minutes. Okay, so you want our velocity to start?
No, as long as we'll start with reflectivity. Can you just take off the lightning strikes?
Yep, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so Tommy D is going to go on the air. If you can tune in Jet TV and Fox 66, because I'm not going to talk that much here, so you can hear him and his explanations on television, and we're just going to be moving the maps for you. So tornado warning, east central Ashtabula County, southwestern Erie County, including Albion, and western Crawford County, including Espyville, as well as Sagertown, and back up across to Norrisville, as well as Springboro, northern end of Pymatooning, down to about Conneaut Lake, and including Meadville and Hartstown. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Keep talking, T. They're waiting.
And again, this is a radar indicated tornado. We don't have ground truth at this.
Okay, we're gonna go live here.
Okay, go right ahead, buddy. I'm gonna have to be quiet. Tom's gonna talk. Watch him on TV if you can. We'll just move the maps for you.
Good morning. National Weather Service in Cleveland has issued a tornado warning, and this is in effect for areas. It looks like right now, this is reflectivity. This is southeastern Ashtabula County. The warning is in effect until 12:30, and looks like it's this area right here, southeastern Ashtabula County. Tom Atkins is circling the area right now, and this is moving toward the southeast. So let's go to a velocity mode here. And what we look at with tornado warnings, where is the green touching the red? Can you zoom in, Tom, on just a little bit more? Okay, right there. Okay. Now this is what we call a radar-induced tornado warning. We do not have at this point any ground truth, that we have no official sightings. This is based on what Cleveland is seeing on their radar. And the potential here, Tom is circling that this is the most likely area, where they may be just to the west of Pierpont. It might also be here. We don't know which one, but these are the two most likely areas where they're seeing enough circulation where they're issuing, again, a radar-induced tornado warning. The movement here is toward the south and east. Go ahead and zoom out there, T, and let's get
Do a little storm
towns
track.
on there. Do you have the?
I'll do some storm tracking. Flip it over to reflectivity.
Okay, so this is the box right here that would have the most likely area where that tornado would move. So Girard is here, Erie is here. We're not worried about any of those areas getting hit. This is more, here are some of the towns that would be in that path of those potential tornadoes.
Can we get a graphic up at some point soon on what people should do, safety
Okay.
bullet points?
Okay. We'll look for something.
Maybe Emeryville, Springboro, perhaps around Pontiac Lake in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Now again, I repeat that this is radar induced. We do not have any ground truth on this. We've had no sightings per se. This is all based on what Cleveland is seeing on the radar. The warning officially in effect until 12:30. We are going to check our own sources. Cleveland's going to check their sources, and we will see if we can get a better idea of where this potential thundercloud will be. Our storm chasers all the way
He
into
was
that
staging
region.
in Edinburgh,
And
so
we'll
why don't you
get
give him a
something
call,
better for
text,
you.
and
But
see if
again,
he's
tornado
got
warning is in
anything or
effect.
moving west towards
Southeastern
this.
corner,
Edinburgh isn't in
Ashtabula
it,
County,
but he was staging
northwestern
in
corner,
Edinburgh. That's where he
Crawford
was last.
County, including
So where's the
places
point
like
now that around Pierpont?
It's the red here. So it's more right in here, like, I guess this would be Springboro down to Pymatuning. That's the leading edge of it.
And right along the Crawford, Ashtabula, Trumbull County line. Those of you out in East Edinburgh, Erie, you are not Waterford, Corey, those areas. You are not in this warning area. This again, I repeat, is for mainly the western, probably quarter of Crawford County, perhaps maybe the extreme southwestern corner of Erie County. Now, we do have some heavy rain here at this point. We have a little notch here in Pierpont, so again,
Do you have a microphone on so you can talk?
No, I do not.
This is the
That'd probably
most
be-
likely area.
Yeah, if they want to get me one.
The potential maybe for some twisting motion here as we continue to watch this situation here. So we're going to keep watch on this. When we get any more reports, we will cut in immediately once we get a better idea. We're going to keep going, okay? The boss says keep going, so we will keep talking here right on through the noon show. In the meantime, we're going to get people to look at this, and we'll figure out exactly where
This.
that particular tornado will
Yeah,
be. In the
Plus, let me know as soon as
meantime,
you hear from Marshall.
in the meantime, we do have other areas here. Tom, whenever you get your mic on, can you just zoom out there before you look at kind of a wider picture here of what is going on? So zoom out wide, about right there, looks good.
A little time lapse.
We get some confirmation on that. We have lots of flooding here. We've had numerous reports. We have aerial flood warnings in effect for northern Erie County, and also you can see here in Ashtabula County. We've had unconfirmed reports of 2 inches of rain in less than an hour. We've had reports Liberty Street, especially downtown Erie, 13th and Liberty, totally closed off, totally flooded there. And, so bottom line is, even outside the warning area, if you don't have to travel here, particularly along the lake shore with all the flooding, give it at least another hour for the floodwaters to recede before you get, maybe get out there and travel within downtown area. It's going to take a while for those waters to recede. These are aerial flood warnings here. Erie Lake Shore just got hit hard, and along the Ashtabula County Lake Shore as well. Other showers and storms into Warren County as well. But the big area right here is here in Ashtabula County and over in Crawford County. Tom, let's zoom in close again. Looks like they kind of narrowed the range here. Moving to the left a little bit more, okay, and zoom in a little tighter. And let's go back to velocity mode and pick up where the most likely areas of twisting are. Okay, let's move it down south a little bit, and there we go. Okay. So we're seeing what we call, whenever we see the green and the red right next to each other, that's what we're looking for. We call that gate-to-gate shearing. Tom is circling that right here near Pierpont. That seems to be the most likely area. Or again, as we said, that perhaps this region up here just south and west of Albion. So this is moving toward the south. So you notice where this warning is issued, Erie County is not in the warning itself. Even though the warning itself does have Erie County, it's right on the border. Looks like it's south of Albion, south of Cranesville. This seems primarily a Crawford County and southeastern Ashtabula County event. Tom, again, zooming in here. Go ahead, let's zoom in tight move it up just a bit here, Tom. Right there, that's Highway 342, Township Highway 342. This is in southeastern Ashtabula County, and at this point, this looks like the most likely area that we are seeing some potential for twisting motion. Now, this is radar induced. That means that we do not have any ground truth. We do not have any right now reports of confirmed twisting there. Tom, do you see anything on Cleveland's National Weather Service chat? Any new updates?
No, I don't see any updates there.
Anything that you can add?
I'm just going to zoom out here and show the folks the general area like you just did, and then hit it over to the more traditional reflectivity mode. So they've actually shrunk the warning, as Tom D is saying. So it's not in Erie County anymore. We have a storm chaser, Steve Marshall. He's in the Albion area. The warning is discontinued. Okay, it is basically south of the border, if you will, here. So the tornado warning is here. Okay, and it still includes Springboro, Conneautville, Pierpont, Linesville, Conneaut Lake, Meadville, and Sagertown. But again, as Tommy D was saying, this is a radar indicated tornado. We're getting some reports. We're not getting any reports yet of a confirmation on the ground, but this is, what we do. It's prepare, not scare. If you're in this area and these towns, this storm is moving fairly quickly to the south and east. So what I want to do for you guys is just, again, go into the velocity mode here, show you where the potential can be south of between Pierpont and Linesville, another little area here, Springboro, Conneautville, and then I want to storm track that for you and give you those approximate times of perhaps the arrival of what I'll call the most dangerous part of the storm. It's not that we have confirmed tornado. here I just want to give you the towns that are probably most in harm's way. So let me do a little storm tracking. Just bear with me. I got to adjust some numbers to the edge of the warning here. Don't take the town times literally quite yet. I've got to adjust some speeds here. They're not going to be off by much. So for this area, these are the numbers, okay? Espyville, Norrisville, Hartstown, Conneaut Lake Park, Conneaut Lake, Meadville. If this storm holds together, the brunt of it, where we could potentially see a tornado, would be arriving in these towns at that time. I'm going to, let me switch to Conneaut Lake Tower Cam. Maybe get a live look at that.
You can, yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
While you're doing that, we do have Steve Marshall. He is our storm chaser. He is headed toward Conneautville, and he's heading there to see what we've got here. Well, Tom gets the Conneaut Lake. My show should be loaded, Tom.
Yeah, and there it is. And I'll pan it.
Yeah, we do want to mention too, folks, can't stress enough. For now, stay off the roads if you can. I mean, unless it's an emergency, because there's a lot of roads that we're understanding are flooded, and you just don't need to be out there.
We just got Bill Simai. This is in Conneautville. This is a live shot from Conneautville right now. Steve Marshall, our storm chaser, is there now. And as you can see at this point, not much happening. The trees aren't moving, and you know, we're getting a lot of heavy rain at this point. So at this point, you know, we're not getting any ground truth. Just looking at the clouds there, you know, it does not. You know, we're not seeing much in the way of spin at this point. It doesn't mean that it's not there. There's certainly something being picked up on radar, and Steve is panning right now, and he is now turning. And what Steve is doing right now, he's basically looking for any kind of twisting motion in the clouds. And you know, from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like mainly low scud clouds. Not seeing much in the way of wind shear at this time. And but if Steve does see anything, he will certainly let us know. There is a bit of a wall-looking cloud there at this point. But again, as we've been saying, and we reiterate, yes, there is a tornado warning, but it is based on radar estimates. It's based on radar. There's something else. That's
It looks like flash flood warning for Ashtabula.
Flash flood warning for Ashtabula County. We'll get to the flooding in just a second here. And so as we come back here toward the studios, Steve will be looking closely. He will let us know if he sees any kind of twisting motion in the atmosphere. Now, you had mentioned earlier that we did have some flooding a lot downtown.
Yeah, some of the streets downtown are flooding. And in the traditional areas, you know, 12th Street along the Liberty area, not severe flooding, but there is water on some of the roads. So if you are driving, be careful of that, because you know how it is when you get ponding water. It can throw you all over the place. So just be careful on that.
Absolutely. And just checking the note here.
Keep talking. We're going to switch shows and try to get some safety stuff up here.
Okay, we're going to get the safety
You
stuff.
guys,
here.
if you got Marshall or if you got somebody downtown that you can fill for a minute,
Right.
if you got Graham.
Now, what Cleveland is saying right now, you know, they issued a statement here. It's about 5 minutes ago. You know, they said the thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 7 miles southwest of Albion, probably 11 miles southeast of Conneaut. Probably the rate it's moving, probably about 12 or 13 miles away. Was moving toward the southeast at 40 miles an hour. Again, there is Conneautville. There are some dark clouds there, as you can see. But at this point, you know, we look at what Steve is looking for now is basically painting the skies, looking for any kind of circulation within those clouds, looking for spin, looking for any kind of perhaps debris that is picked up whenever he looks for those storms. But at this point, again, Conneautville may still be a little bit farther away from the center of the spin, which I think is still in the southeastern corner of Ashtabula County. he's definitely seen a lot of rainfall forming there.
Hey, T, let's do some tornado safety tips. I've got a
Okay.
graphic right up here.
Pop up the graphics here, guys, and this is what you got here. Go ahead, Tom.
We're just going to let it roll, and you give the normal safety precautions.
Yeah, and as you can see, the best place to go is the basement. We've said it before, and it's still the best place to go, preferably in the corner of a basement. If you do not have a basement, the interior hallway is the best place to be. Interior room like that that you see in red. It's surrounded by walls, and it provides the best protection if you do not have a basement. That's the next best place to go. If you're in a mobile home, you're caught outside, you don't want to stay in the mobile home, you want to go into a ditch or a low-lying area, lie down flat, and cover yourself, cover your face. And to
Little flood warning for you, little safety tip for the flooding.
yes, we have flood warnings there.
Turn around, don't drown.
Exactly, and as it says there, heavy rainfall, rapid water rises. 6 inches of water can sweep you away, 12 inches can sweep a car away, and 18 inches, a foot and a half. Large trucks can be swept away. Dave said it best, turn around, don't drown.
You know, Tom, what was fascinating about this is how quick this all sprang up. I mean, how it just kind of exploded and boom, there it was.
It really did. We had earlier rainfall that just popped up, and then it did. It exploded pretty quickly there. See, let's go back to that radar, if you would, please.
I'm going to give you a quick Cardiac Lake here,
Okay.
and that is,
Okay.
we'll just pan, and then we'll go to radar.
Okay. Actually, we're actually live. We're live here at Conyaville, and
Cardiac Lake's weather cam is what I got.
okay, and okay. This okay. That is Conyup Lake weather cam. That's what we're showing right now. And you can see at this point that clouds are moving quickly across the sky. That's one indication that there is some that there is some good wind up there. See, let's go to radar here. And,
Okay. I'm sorry about the focus, but this is looking to the northwest towards the area. I would say that the storm that they're warning on is coming for. No, that's the cloud structure in the direction of the movement of the storm.
Okay.
Just so you know,
Got it.
nothing significantly sticking out there, as, screaming wall cloud or rotation or anything getting anywhere near the ground. Okay, we will go over to radar here.
Let's go to radar here, and tornado warning still in effect. Still in effect for the area here. Okay, let's zoom in a little tighter on where the red's meeting the green here. Again, this is still a radar-induced tornado warning. We are, just checking Cleveland there. We have no ground truth yet. Okay, I'm going to go walk again here while Tom draws the areas that are most likely the circulation that Cleveland is seeing. And so here's Norrisville. We're now into Crawford County here, Harmondsburg. So here's where the spins are moving toward the south and east at this point. Again, if we have not heard anything, we have nobody who has given us ground truth. Moving toward the southeast here. Tom, can you zoom out just a little bit? And let's see if we can. So based on that movement area, so it looks like at this point, Springboro, Conyaville, that you're seeing here, it looks like the areas of spin are now just south of you. So I'm not saying you're in the clear, but it looks like you will be in the clear soon, just based on the radar. Areas south of us and southeast are the ones you want to watch. Here's Sagertown. You want to watch this, and even though you're on the fringe of that tornado warning, based on the movement here, you could be under the gun here for the potential for this spin in the atmosphere. Norristown Road, Pond Drive, and again, here's the other one there. I believe that is Mosiertown.
Mosiertown, yeah.
South Mosiertown Road. But Sagertown looks like the largest town that you want to be wary about here. off toward the east, Blooming Valley, Meadville. At this point, keep watch, but at this point, I don't think you're in the direct line here. Tom, let's zoom out here and let's go more in the Lionsville area, where there could be the other potential of a spin in the atmosphere. Now, this isn't a perfect setup. We really would like to see green and red actually touching each other with no gray in the middle. Again, that's the perfect case. It doesn't always the case. You can see that's very close or just east of Linesville at this point. This is moving toward the south and east. So Linesville, if you're not getting anything now, you're probably okay. But going toward the south and east into Conneaut Lake, again, you saw the clouds. We showed you the picture there just a few minutes ago. Conneaut Lake had clouds, pretty good movement, but we didn't see any spin, and that makes sense here. At this point.
Yeah, if we give it a couple minutes, we could actually track the rotation or the potential rotation with that camera.
Exactly, with the camera. We'll be there. We'll be watching that as well. In the meantime, as we zoom out here, we find that again we have a spin here near Linesville, another one here just south of Conneautville now, and moving toward the south and east. And again, we'll be watching Cleveland's reports there, see if we have anyone who actually sees any kind of funnel cloud. But we're still officially under tornado warning, and we will stay on the air until that warning ends. And that officially ends at 12:30. We'll see how it goes. Now, when we look, Thomas switched over to reflectivity mode, and what we look for when it comes to tornadic activity, we look for either notches, like a notch right here, or we look for maybe some drier air that is trying to get circulated into the storm. Oftentimes, this isn't perfection by any means. Just looking at this, we see some indications of some circulation, but no hardcore truth that we have any kind of major tornadic activity here.
Hold on, T. We might have a cancellation here. It looks like they've taken the tornado warning off, and
looks like they have. Why don't you check NWS chat, see if
so that can be some good news for you guys. Tornado warning for Crawford and Ashtabula is canceled.
Okay, so they officially canceled the tornado warning, which is not a great surprise because we really didn't see a lot in the way of any kind of good circulation. Not seeing it here as well.
We'll just do a Conneaut Lake cam since it's kind of right on top of. The tornado warning is canceled.
We'll probably get the new show.
Okay, all right. What we're going to do, we are going to actually cancel out of severe weather mode here, and we're going to get into our new show officially, kind of like what they do on the networks there, where they get out the special report, and we'll go to.
Great shot here, T. Not to interrupt you, but you can start to see this cell. This is the meat of the cell going right into Conneaut Lake, and you can see the trees moving in the dark skies. That seems to be, they're going to get hit with a wall of rain there, but you can kind of judge. There are gusty winds there, but nothing resembling a tornado or any kind of wall cloud.
Okay, indeed, and we'll actually look at that not too long from now. Stay tuned. We're going to officially start the new show.
Coming up, some big money coming to the Glencoe area. Tell you what $50,000 in grant money will be used for.
Okay. Hang on. Hey guys, we're going to take a break for a second. Tornado warning is canceled. No more tornado warning. We're looking at Conneaut Lake, which is probably the meat of the storm. We'll be back on Facebook Live in a few minutes, but right now, no tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warning, northwest Crawford, eastern Ashtabula, southwest Erie. It's severe thunderstorm, gusty winds, not tornadic. We'll get back to you in a second. Okay, new information. That severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled. So we don't even have that going on anymore. Let me just give you a quick radar, and then I got to turn this over to Tommy D. Continue watching. No more warnings for severe thunderstorm or tornado flood advisory up in northern Erie County and northeastern Ashtabula County. So we're going to cut out here. We'll be back with you, but if you can get Jet 24 Action News, that's where we're going to be on. And then if there's anything necessary here, we will come